Mars in ninth house in Capricorn Ascendant. Mars in ninth house. The planet Mars is a well-known potent celestial presence which holds a lot of vigor, for which it appears both positive as well as negative at different times. The placement of Mars in the ninth house would bring a strong core to the person, as making him, her truly dynamic personalities with birth. The natives of this placement of Mars in ninth house would be truly strong from the core, for which they would carry enough self-belief to triumph over the world, but it could be at extreme at times, which could be quite harmful at some places. They are full of ideas and are efficient enough to express them as well, but these people should avoid compelling their perception over others and should also listen to those around them. These people having Mars in ninth house carry dominating personalities with a blend of vivacious persona, for which they are liked and followed by many around, but they lack the patience in their approach and could become very restless at times when things doesn't move according to them, as they are not much flexible in their attitude, though adaptable to variant surroundings. These natives will prefer to have companions of lively and interesting personalities. The natives of this placement are born explorers who would take risks of unveiling lurked arenas and bringing out new ways. There is no place of fear in their mind. Besides this, they are lovers of traveling and strong belief upon spiritual and philosophical aspects as well. These people could also be seen as being involved in sports arena. The ninth house is ruled by planet Jupiter, who shares a friendly relation with the planet Mars, as making this placement quite auspicious for bringing positive results to the natives. This placement would be like a divine blessing for the people born under this. The native's brother's wife would be fortunate for the person, and the native would receive truly positive results and great happiness at home if he or she would stay in a joint family, as keeping all the brothers near. They would have equal number of brothers to her father's brothers. The natives of this placement of Mars in ninth house would reach great heights upon land, and that is in a very early age, as they are perceived to attain powerful administrative places till the age of 28 Octoskins. He or she would be fortunate enough to attain great profits, especially in the trade of things associated with warfare. They would possess good respect and wealth upon land and are believed to lead a good life, though there would be some obstacles in the path. The natives of this placement having Mars in ninth house should pay respect and services to the elders, and especially to brothers, and should pay honest services to the brother's wife. These natives having Mars in ninth house should keep their belief upon their culture and primitive beliefs, and should follow them, as it would be very beneficial for them. They should confer rice, milk and jaggery at sacred places of worship. Mars in Virgo. Virgo is a dual earth sign ruled by Mercury, which shares an inimical relationship with Mars. While Mars is a fiery masculine planet that concerns itself with passion, ambition and energy, Mercury is a neutral earth planet that relates to intellect and wisdom. Virgo natives tend to pay attention to the little details. Since Mars represents weapons and Mercury represents concentration, a meeting of their energies in Virgo makes the native skillful in fields such as medicine, nursing and surgery. Mars in Virgo also gives a strong drive for sex. It wards the native with the knowledge of writing and poetry. These natives also do well in mechanical fields. Influence of Mercury tames down the aggression of Mars, thus the native is of a sweet and tactful disposition. These people plan their projects carefully before making any decision. They earn a lot of fame in life and are quite dedicated to their work. While they may not be as creative and innovative, but their observation and attention to details is exceptional. At times, these people are overly energetic mentally. They can be quite argumentative too. Lack of tolerance and a demanding nature at times also affects them negatively in life. Fourth Lord in the ninth house. When the fourth lord is placed in the ninth house, the person fullness of feeling and fortunate. If the planet in good dignity, then the person is very fortunate. The mother bring luck, highly educated, caring. Parents are fortunate, emotionally attached with higher knowledge, philosophical, and religious. Gets emotional blessing and love from the guru and parents. Love for justice and fairness. Get benefits from long distance traveling. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then the person may spend too much time in religious activity and loses money after them. Too much international traveling, Could experience a big loss through too much optimism and lack of prudence. 11th Lord in the 9th house. When the 11th Lord is placed in the 9th house, the person fortunate. If the planet in good dignity, then the person inherits a large paternal fortune and will be very lucky in life. He will possess many houses, conveyances and every other kind of luxury. He will be religious-minded and disseminate religious literature. He will be charitable and set up charitable institutions. Friends are a great blessing throughout life, makes good money through publishing, law and traveling. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then income loss through excessive generous nature, spends too much on traveling, troubles with finance from authoritative. Mars in 10th house in Capricorn Ascendant. Mars in 10th house. The planet Mars is a well-perceived, strong and powerful presence in the astrological arena, whose presence bestows the potency to the natives. The placement of Mars in 10th house would bring dominating and strong place to the natives in the professional as well as social arenas. The people born with Mars in their 10th house would put much of their hard work and endeavor to reach the high mounts, besides which they would be truly determined in their professional arena. They know their path well and would sincerely put all the steps upon their path of career. They are believed to attain success quite early in life. They crave higher position and only depend upon themselves for the same. They possess great management abilities along with a political mind. They are born to lead their professional enclosure, for which they will carry a potent personality to their workplace and would not stay in subordinate positions for long. They would be blessed with good fame from the very little age, even if they would not have done much, and they will be happy for the same. These natives having Mars in 10th house would possess only few good relations around, as they would rule over the rest and won't be friends with everyone around, while besides they could have some foes at workplace for being quite harsh in their attitude at times. These people don't require freedom at work, neither they would give liberty to others, but superiors should not be strict towards them, as that will bring negative of them, while believing upon them would bring out worthy results. They are serious personas who would rarely have fun in their workplace. The natives of this placement having Mars in 10th house would acquire great wealth and success, as her life would explicitly show the growth and development in life picture. Besides this, if Ketu, Rahu, Venus or Moon gets placed over the second bhava, then it would reduce the benefic impacts to somewhat extent, while the placement of any friendly planet in the third house would also bring adverse impacts in this placement of Mars in 10th house. The placement of Saturn in third house would bestow great wealth and prosperity, as further enhancing the positive impacts of Mars. The natives of this placement of Mars in 10th house are advised not to sell their ancestral treasury ever in life. Besides this, they should never let the milk come over the fire while boiling it. They are advised to keep a pet at home and to help one-eyed and childless people, as it will bring them great benefits. Mars in Libra. Libra is a movable air sign governed by Venus. Mars and Venus share a neutral relationship. Mars is masculinity and fire, while Venus is femininity and water, but their energies together form a balanced personality. People born with Mars in Libra are charming, generous and gregarious. They are usually the crowd's favorite. They are quite affectionate in nature and like to help others. They have strong communication skills along with the power to persuade others. They are often good at settling arguments. When Venus is in Libra, it makes the native overly compromising, but in this case, natives tend to keep a balanced temperament. Sometimes, they can be aggressive and at others quite calm and peaceful. Mars in Libra also gives a strong penchant for arts and beauty. Such people, however, are more inclined towards emotional satisfaction than physical passions. They are romantic, but their sexual drive is low. In fact, these are spiritually inclined, God-fearing people. They do well in business and wish to spend a luxurious lifestyle. They spend excessively. They are quite cooperative in relationships and are more interested in making friends than foes. Fourth Lord in the 10th house. When the fourth Lord is placed in the 10th house, the person has nurturing career. If the planet in good dignity, then the person is leading to high educational benefits. Career can be in education, real estate, vehicles, hotel business, successful businessman. Mothers play role in career, good status, leadership qualities, have political skill. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then the person suffer emotionally due to difficulty in career, directional less in career, suffer in career through mother, knee problems. 11th Lord in the 10th house. When the 11th Lord is placed in the 10th house, the person get profit from career. If the planet is in good dignity, then the person prospers very well in his business and makes good profits. His elder siblings help in their business, have ability to fulfill their dreams, hopes and wishes. Think big and makes those dreams into reality. The person is connected with politics and is wealthy. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then the elder siblings and friends could interfere with career, may have problems with hearing problems, too much hope for lone dreams which cannot be fulfilled. Mars in 11th house in Capricorn Ascendant. Mars in 11th house. The planet Mars is one of the most potent presence in the celestial arena and leaves strong impacts upon the astrological places. The arrival of Mars in the 11th house would bestow the native with strong and dominant stature in the social arena and with good wealth to lead a good life. The natives of this placement of Mars in 11th house would stand upon strong in the social circle and would be truly involved in groups, while for most of the times either they would be leading the whole group or playing a very significant part within. They would be good organizers and managers and would be the givers of best efforts and hard work. But they are independent attitudes who could appear harsh at times, for which they won't possess very deep relations around. The natives of this placement of Mars in 11th house would be very determined towards their aspirations and goals and would give all the required efforts for the same, which in general takes them towards success in their path. These natives having Mars is 11th house are advised to stay calm and cooperative in their social and professional arena, as their difficult and harsh attitude could be a reason for their hurdles at times. The 11th house gets impacted with the planet Jupiter and Saturn, which shares a pleasant relation with planet Mars, and so on. This placement of Mars in 11th bhava would provide positive impacts upon the native's life. Besides this, if Jupiter gets exalted in the horoscope placements, it would further enhance the positive results of this combination. The natives of this placement would be truly courageous and strong from inside. The natives of this placement should never sell her ancestral treasury and property, and should keep an earthen pot filled with sindoor or honey within the house arena. Mars in Scorpio. This is where Mars feels at home, but not as much as in Aries. Since Lord of Scorpio is Mars itself, this is a strong position for the native. People with Mars in Scorpio tend to be strong-minded, self-driven and disciplined people. These natives rely on their own efforts for success and rarely depend upon others. Their energy level is super high, both mental as well as physical. They are not outspoken though, and can be secretive at times. Their attraction towards the opposite sex is quite strong. There is also a streak of jealousy in their behavior, especially concerning love relationships. They can sometimes be overly possessive of their partner. Mars in Scorpio always remember the wrong done to them. They never forget a betrayal. In fact, they tend to touch extremes. You can expect them to be either the most loyal friend or the worst enemy. They are quite strong mentally, and plan their moves with caution, leaving no room for repentance or forgiveness. However, they sometimes take quick decisions based on instincts, which backfires. This tendency should be avoided to have a smooth life. Overall, Mars in Scorpio turns out to be an average position for a native. 4th Lord in the 11th house. When the 4th Lord is placed in the 11th house, the person gets profits from learning. If the planet in good dignity, then the person is earned through learning, good profits from training in latest opportunity area, have friendly attitude, supportive, benefits from influential people, friend, mother's side family members, jolly natured, gets fulfillment in their hopes and wishes, gets what they want, have good income. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then the person may have stepmother, overly optimistic, lose opportunities, need to be careful for opportunities, undereducated to meet opportunities, emotional problems with elder siblings. 11th Lord in the 11th house. When the 11th lord is placed in the 11th lord house, the person full of friends and opportunities. If the planet in good dignity, then the person have many friends and elder brothers who may help him throughout life. The person will have a happy life, the person get many opportunity and live comfortable life. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then the person lacks in opportunities, dependent on friends or elder sibling for support. Mars in 12th house in Capricorn Ascendant. Mars in 12th house. The planet Mars is one of the potent planets, providing great strength and dominance to the native and bringing good heights to the person. The placement of Mars in the 12th house would keep the person strong from inside, and he or she would lead a quiet, stable path ahead and would have a balance in between the expenses and expenditure. The natives of this placement having Mars in 12th house are courageous enough to walk alone and are not at all dependent people, besides which they believe in keeping their desires and work secret. These people won't share many intimate and friendly relations around, as there will be only few closer to them, besides which, they could also appear harsh and aggressive at times. They are very much reserved in their attitude. The people born with Mars in 12th house would lack at the self-belief at times and could turn negative, for which they need to motivate themselves and to be strong from inside. Failures could affect them very intensely, besides which they could feel defeated and tired at times. The people around them could also be the reason for their mental weakness, as their environment could be somewhat negative. The natives of this placement of Mars in 12th house would work hard behind the scenes and could also confront blames for something they are not responsible for. On the other part, they are strong from inside and would come to know their strength when they would become somewhat mature in life. Their family and loved ones should always encourage and motivate them. The placement of Mars in 12th house of Jupiter would provide pleasant results for they being friendly in nature. Besides this house also gets impacted with the placement of Rahu, as could receive some malefic impacts. These natives should have honey in the morning before taking anything and should eat and serve sweets to other people around, as that will bring goodness in the life of these natives. Mars in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a dual fire sign, ruled by the sage Jupiter. Mars and Jupiter are friends with each other, so position of Mars in Sagittarius turns out quite positive for the native. Jupiter relates to luck, fortune and expansion, while Mars is energy, ambition and passion. Jupiter lessens the negative energy of Mars and makes the native mentally strong and wise. People with Mars in Sagittarius tend to famous in their life. They have a strong sense of justice. They have unique philosophical convictions, and when it comes to standing for their beliefs, no one can win an argument with a Mars in Sagittarius person. They are, however, at times reluctant to hear others' opinions. They are highly skillful in areas such as communication, writing and fine arts too. These native are courageous beings, with a strong liking for the outdoors. They want to enjoy freedom in their life. They like to wander freely and take up new adventures. These people hate to work in monotonous situations. Movement is what keeps them going, even if on a mental level. These natives become great teachers, ministers, and family priests. They also tend to practice abstract meditations and have an exceptional knowledge of religious scriptures due to the influence of Jupiter. Fourth Lord in the 12th house. When the fourth Lord is placed in the 12th house, the person distant from emotions. If the planet in good dignity, then the person is interested in spiritual practice development, giving, caring, feels more at home in foreign country and quite isolated places, spends time in ashrams or spiritual retreat, not attached to world, have spiritual mother. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then the person is not interested in to make good living, lack in education, few fixed assets, car, house, real estate, little support or love from mother, overly generous, lack of good sleep, lack in sex drive, health problems, may spend time in some confinement, punishment due to bad deeds. 11th Lord in the 12th house. When the 11th Lord is placed in the 12th house, the person gets opportunity for enlightenment. If the planet in good dignity, then the person have cash flow through foreign countries, income through spiritual activities, may involve in charitable and humanitarian activities, have spiritual friends. If the planet is not in good dignity or weak, then the person will suffer losses in cash flow, though friends and elder siblings, elder brother will be ailing and much expenditure will be incurred on account of his illness, lacks vision, has nightmare, feeling of hopelessness.